Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Timothy Blake, who's CEO at Hydrogen Future Industries. How are you today, Timothy?
I'm great, thanks, Zach. How are you?
Well, I suppose congratulations are in order. You seem to be been promoted to a illustrious position of CEO. Maybe you can tell us about that.
Yes, the step up the stress ladder, I guess. Yeah, it's really something that we planned pretty much from the outset, to be fair, and it's just been too busy to do much about it. Development obviously takes a lot of time, and then when you're not doing that, you're busy running around trying to raise money, I guess. So this time round, just after we finished the raise and before I disappear back to the US for a period of time with the testing, it seemed like a sensible move for going forward.
Right. And so, I mean, in terms of, obviously this does suggest that you are stepping up to the plate in terms of HFI. What are the immediate sort of milestones that we're looking for at the company?
Well, the immediate stuff is to get everything finished to where we can show it on a commercial scale. So there's a lot to do. Obviously, the turbine testing is going well at the moment in the US. We've got the test turbine on the ground that's being stripped down because it's been left up throughout the winter in some pretty extreme conditions. So that's coming down to really be refurbished. There's a few parts we're just changing on it, which is nothing to do with performance efficiency, really. It's for testing. So the next stage on that is independent analysis of the data. So that's to go back up and run. The electrolyzer side, we've moved into a new lab in California. So we've got the space to really expand what we're doing on the development of that. The plan now is to build sort of small commercial scale unit. That's sort of going ahead. So there's quite a bit there. Then on top of that, we've got a few collaborations that we've been doing, and we've got some more that are coming up over the coming sort of weeks. But the work with Bristol University, we've brought Professor Tom Scott in from sort of head of the physics labs, really, in Bristol, material science, etc. We work with him closely on the nuclear side and hydrogen with our agreement. So it was a logical step to bring him in to add some additional expertise to the technology side. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we've been getting on with, and also obviously with the development, you get periods of time where seemingly nothing's happening because you've got to let things run. But there's always something going on. There's always something that's being developed.
And we haven't actually mentioned the elephant in the room, which is the technology, the hydrogen fueling, the turbines. Just remind us of that.
Yeah, well, that's going well. So obviously the point behind all of this is the HFI energy system, where we utilize the wind turbine to produce hydrogen through our electrolyzer. There's slightly more to it than that. The system itself has a lot of unique features, I guess, and they're all aimed towards efficiency and productivity and reduced maintenance. So that's going well. The end game for all of this, the sort of main focus over the next year, is to get that system together with the mining group that we're working with to show the system in the field, as it were. So that's going exceptionally well. The turbine is doing everything we hoped. So we've got to scale that up. Once this testing side is just completed, that'll take probably another 2-3 months. The electrolyzer is really flat out now to build a larger unit, which would be about, I suppose, 10 to 12 months, depending on how well it goes together. To date, I mean, in all honesty, we've been extremely lucky. It's either lucky or really good planning, whichever way you look at it. And we haven't really ever had any issues with the technology. Everything's worked as it was hoped it would work and as it was meant to work. That really comes down to the amount of background work you do before building these things. There's an immense amount of work goes in nowadays. Obviously, there's a lot of work we can do with simulation, which years ago didn't exist, but now it does. It doesn't mean that simulation is 100% accurate, because it isn't, but it certainly takes you in the right direction, and you can see where things are going. And then once you have your results from that, you then compare it to reality when you build that unit, and you sort of go from there. So the system is going really well. The wind turbine is producing a lot more energy than existing turbines. The electrolyzer is extremely efficient. The cell is now over 97% efficient. And on that side, we've really started focusing now on some new sort of catalysts that we're using. And that's all about not just efficiency, but cost and construction. How we can reduce those even lower and have a system that operates for longer periods of time without the need for maintenance.
Well, we look forward to that. In the meantime, Tim Blake, CEO at Hydrogen Future Industries, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Zach.